Hey, what's up? Because it has started happening again, I have to point out that if you're not watching this live, which would be Monday, December 9th, around 5:15 p.m., then I won't see your comments. If you are watching it live and it's now, then I will see all of your comments and happily respond to them. In fact, I would love to see some comments because I am currently, hi Chew, currently programming the Bone Metal Zone for this Saturday and wondering what people want to hear. So far, I have, well, I guess I don't want to spoil it, huh? Hey, Lori, how are you? I haven't seen you for a week. Well, I think that was my fault. I was gone. I was so busy. It was silly. How are you? You know what I need to do is I need to go to your earring person. But it's funny because I lost one of these and I found another one that I was using, but like this one, it just like flew out of my ear when I was taking my shirt off. And I actually found it while doing laundry this weekend. It had flown into my laundry pile. And as I was like sorting laundry, boom, it fell out. And I was like, ah. Also, while I was sorting laundry, a spider came out that I swear was a brown recluse, even though we don't technically have those here. But yeah, it scared the shit out of me. I was like, ah, spider. I don't know where that spider is now because I whipped it off of that tank top and into the void. 13 Bats. Oh, yeah. That's the name of the place. I knew it was on Valencia. I couldn't remember where, but when am I going to get into the mission lately, right? Jesus. I feel like that's right by where the old Villains used to be. Remember that shoe store? Oh, God, that shoe store was the best. One time I walked into Villains on Haight, and there was like a Great Dane. It was like some giant dog, like just asleep in the store and no people working there. Like whoever was working there was like so far in the back room that it was just me and a dog. Is parking easy down there? All right, I need to park this in my phone. Otherwise, I will absolutely forget again because I totally forgot. 13 Bats. Valencia. It's not at the market end of Valencia then, right? It's like deep in the mission. Oh, yeah, Mission and 24th. Or Valencia and 24th. Oh, by Alamo. I should go there next time I'm going to the movies. I do love me some Alamo Draft House. Is there a movie coming out that's any good soon? What are the new releases? I feel like they're all like, meh. Oh, wait. I think I have to go see Wicked with Sip because Sip is apparently going to see Wicked with every single one of us so that he can see it the maximum amount of times without being banned from theaters forever. But yeah, I think Alamo is like right there at 22nd and Mission, right? So it would just be a couple blocks away. I could just walk over. And then hang out at Doc's O'Clock. Got any Metal Zone requests? I need to get this thing done. I know if I don't do it, I'll forget and then be like really mad that I forgot. Hey, Mike, what's happening, man? What's going on with you guys? Hey, David. Okay, do you guys want to hear the most insane story? This Friday at the Exodus show. Hi, Davey. I got kicked right in the face. Like full on kicked in the face. There's a little bit of a, I think it's over here, a little bit of a scrape above my eye. There's, my nose is still sore. Oh, yeah. A little sore on the bridge of the nose. Yeah, because some dude climbed to the top of the rail of the ramp that's on the stage right at the UC Theater. You know, it's like a disabled ramp. He climbed to the top of the rail of that ramp. And I was like standing in front of the ramp outside the pit, thinking I was safe because I had eyes on the pit. And I turn around to talk to a friend of mine behind me. And that's when I see this dude's feet at my eye level, just as he's taking off. and boom, kicks me right in the head. I mean, like full on, concussion, whiplash, the works. I'm lucky my nose didn't start gushing blood. Like it rubbed my makeup off. Like it was that much of a kick to the face as he dove. Then he got up and he was like super combative and a total asshole. And then he got kicked out. And well, and then about 20 minutes ago, he won tickets from me to see Carrie King at the Regency in San Francisco. What are the odds, A, that I would get kicked in the face at a show, B, that this guy would be caller 10, and C, that right before we get off the phone, he would start telling me how he was at Exodus on Friday. And I was like, yeah, me too. And he was like bragging about how he climbed up on top of the rail and dove from there. And I was like, you asshole, you kicked me in the face when you did that. And he was like, what? I don't even know what you look like. I was like, I know what you look like. Red flannel shirt, Santa Claus beard, you asshole. And I swear to God, you guys, I swear he actually said this. Do I still get the tickets? To be fair, he did apologize profusely. However, I was like, what I need from you as a promise that you are either going to stage dive from the stage or you are going to crowd surf from the crowd. You are not going to climb shit that is outside the pit and then hurt people who are not in the pit, because I get it. I have been kicked in the face at Exodus shows before, believe it or not. And if you're in the pit, you have to kind of be ready for it. You have to kind of expect it. You have to be aware of your surroundings. And if you get kicked, you can't cry. I got kicked, but I was not inside the pits when it happened. And this dude was like jumping from way outside the pit all the way over like a walkway and then trying to catch into the pit, which he failed miserably at, right? Because it was so far of a jump that he landed at the edge of the pit and like, which also was some consolation. But wow, dude. Wow. What are the odds? Oh, David, UFO is not a metal band. The Metal Zone is like metal, like the heavy metal. Mike, I miss being at the game too, but I had whiplash because that guy kicked me in the face. And I had to take muscle relaxers all weekend. So I was kind of like out of it on Flexerol. And there was no way I was getting up at, to carpool with my tailgate crew, whom I adore and appreciate always being included. I got to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning because they leave at like 6 a.m. sharp. They are militant. And there was no way after getting like semi-concussed and whiplashed at Exodus that I was, and taking the Flexerol, that I was going to be able to get up at 5 a.m. on Sunday and deal with the game. But I wish I could have gone. If I could have carpooled with baby Huey, I probably would have gone, but he had some stuff going on and he wasn't able to carpool with me again. So I'm trying to see if I can get my own parking pass for Thursday night. It's a long shot though. But if I can't get my own parking pass for Thursday night, then the tailgate crew leaves, I believe, at 9 a.m. for night games. So I will do my best to be there Thursday night. Also, I'm hosting the tailgate party because the tailgate is happening during my shift. So I'm hoping that baby Huey can join me and we can record like a fun tailgate party. But we'll see. Yeah. So how about that? Like, what are the odds? Hi, Dave. Thanks, Dan. I am pretty tough. The first time I got kicked in the face at an Exodus show, it was some guy who was like climbing over the pit and his whole boot just went right into my eye. And it was like this big, nasty shiner. So I got off pretty easy this time. I just have like, there's like a little scrape right here that you really can't even see it. I only found it because I was like washing my face and the soap made it sting. And I was all, ow. Yeah. It was the whiplash that was really bugging me. But it seems to be getting better. Yay for 8 a.m. yoga. Hey, James. I know, right, Lori? I was like, you're lucky I'm a benevolent human because I really would take those tickets back, but he did win them fair and square, and I am a fair person. And so as much as I think it was a wholly major dick move that he climbed up a handicap rail to jump over people to get to the pit, I can't like take back his fairly won award for it. Like that would make me a dick, right? Sorry, my hair is like doing stupid shit today, so it's bugging me. What is this? Ah, there we go. Nope, it's not doing it. It just okay. Did I say hi, Dave? I think I did. Mike, you won an Amici's gift card? Sick. Oh, yeah, no, Lori, I agree completely. That night, I was like, somebody needs to ID that guy and kick him the fuck out. He needs to not be around for a while. And that's the irony, right? They wouldn't ID him, and he just kind of like walked away from it. And now I have all his personal information. I could show up at his house if I wanted to, but I don't. I really don't. Plus, I'll see him at Kerry King and point him out to everybody. I think that's fair. You had another quake, Dan? I didn't feel anything. Hi, Derek. Is it a happy Monday? Is it? Sorry. Yep. I know, right? Lori, you of all people know how bad my neck is, right? I am usually like a kick to the face like that would have put me in traction. Like I would have been completely out and down for like a week in horrific pain from like that kind of a neck injury. But I have been doing a lot of yoga lately, and apparently that worked. That, and I didn't I mean I had the recognition that he was coming at me, and instead of bracing for it, I kind of tried to matrix out of the way. So I think that also helped a little bit, although I'll be honest, that night my neck was starting to hurt like crazy, and I was convinced I was going to need a chiropractor and a massage therapist and all the pills and everything. And then I got home that night and I took Flexerol and ibuprofen, and the next morning I woke up and I was starting to feel a little bit better, and then I did the same thing the next night, and then I woke up feeling a lot better. So here we are. Sorry, I'm getting texted. 1 second. Derek, you're putting happy into the universe on purpose. Okay, I'm not going to argue that. I'm the glasses half empty girl. I mean, I'm more of a half glass girl than a glass half empty. I don't shit on everything, but I am pretty pessimistic a lot of the time. I'm what they call a cynic. Right, Lori? You've worked on my neck. I have had neck and back problems for like most of my life. So just the thought that I could get booted to the face and not have like a lasting injury is kind of amazing. On the bright side, like I said, he's now answering for it. I mean, even if just a little bit. Hang on a second, guys. Oh yeah, so Metal Zone requests. Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, exactly, Lori. I would totally expect everything to just be. I literally thought I was going to wake up bedridden and barely able to move, but shockingly, I'm okay. I must have matrixed better than I thought I did. But I'll tell you, for the moment when the impact happened, I remember feeling like the grain of his denim on my skin. And I was like, what the really, dude? Really? It's kind of nuts. Motorhead and Slipknot. I like both of those ideas. Let me see what I can do. Let's see. Did I play Motorhead last week? I did. I gotta make sure I don't play a duplicate song. Oh. Okay. Okay, there's the Motorhead. I got to look back over the past playlists to make sure I'm not playing something that I just played. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I haven't heard that song. I want to hear that song. And then I'll be like, oh, wait, I totally just heard that song. I'm the same. I'm also the person who like is like, oh, I need a new black sweater. And then I'll buy like 4 black sweaters in 6 months and be like, why do I have so many black sweaters? Don't ask me why. It's just how my brain works. Let's see. Okay, it can't be that one. But it can be any other one. Oh, yeah, there you go. Let's do this one. Oh, and we got to do some Iron Maiden on account of they've got a new drummer, y'all. That was pretty crazy. Let's see. We just played Iron Maiden too. What's the last? Ooh, we'll play Nico's last song, which is. Does anybody know? Did anybody watch Nico's last song online? It was Wasted Years. Oh, you know what? That should go up here instead of down there. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Yeah, you know, I do kind of have to do a tribute to Dimebag, don't I? I hate to commemorate the death day, and I really avoided that for a long time, but now it's like seems to be the thing to do. Plus, this year is the 20th anniversary of his death, which is also tough. I mean, hi Jason. I'm good with the hugs. Thanks. I appreciate the mental energy. Mental hug energy is cool. Hatriot. Oh yeah, let me see if I got room for the Hatriot boys because I played their new song and then let me see. I'm not saying no. Hi Kardik. Okay. So Slipknot and Nico is always a legend. BT Dubs, for those of you watching on YouTube, I have a Nico McBrain interview that I did with him in the way back, and it's on my YouTube page. I mean, anybody can go to my YouTube page, not just everybody on YouTube, but the people watching this on YouTube are already there. So, just know that when this ends, which I am not sticking around as late as I have been lately, that it's there. Hi, Justine. Thank you. Justine, do you have Comcast? No, wait, you're on the East Coast. You don't. Well, check with your cable provider, because I thought of you this weekend and I noticed that there was like a BritBox like free play happening on my cable company. Now, the cool thing to that is that you get to watch some British shows for free. But the lame thing about that is that they only give you like a handful of episodes, and then you got to buy the subscription to get the rest of the episodes. But, if you're like me and you're going to buy like a month and then cancel, or like do a trial period and then cancels, it's great to like work up on the free stuff first. I mean, that's how I watched Orphan Black. I wanted to catch up on the entire Orphan Black series. And I started watching it on Amazon, and then Amazon was like, Orphan Black will be leaving Amazon on this date. And I was like, challenge accepted. And I got through all of the Orphan Black episodes that were available on Amazon. And then it turned out that there were a couple of seasons that are one or two seasons that were only available on BritBox. And I was like, trial period. Hi, Brett. Oh, thank you. It's actually a podcast that we do, Justine. So if you like the Gorman stuff, he and I have been doing that podcast, just plain audio, for like almost 2 years now, for like over a year. So if you go to the Black Room, wherever you get podcasts, there's like 130 episodes or something. I think that episode we just did was like episode 134. There's not as many on video because we were talking like multiple times a week on audio, and then we decided to convert to video. But we also didn't have, but that was when we were also kind of like dialing back the number of days that we were communicating, because we both got really busy. Hey, Kevin. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to play Death Angel this week, because I played Death Angel a bunch leading up to their show, and their shows will have already happened by Metal Zone this week. So I will definitely play Death Angel again after this week, but I'm going to leave this week open for other artists, if that makes sense. Oh, you do have Comcast, Justine. Oh, yeah. Not a lot of whodunits, a lot of drama. Mm-hmm. You know what's funny, Kevin, is I already have a story about how I got kicked in the face at an Exodus show when I saw Exodus at Henry J. Kaiser. So I feel like I did not need another I got kicked in the face at Exodus story, but here we are. Now I've got two of them. There are choices now. Yeah, Mike, we were just talking about the Pantera thing. I was just saying how I'm not big on commemorating the death day of someone, but especially somebody I knew. Like I block that stuff out. If I know somebody or cared about somebody and they died, it just goes out of my head. And I used to only commemorate Dimebag on his birthday, but now it seems like the death day is the day, because it was the same day as John Lennon. So I did like a little thing on stories. But yeah, I will play Pantera this week for sure. All right, let's see. Yeah. The Dimebag John Lennon coincidence is like crazy that they happen on the same day. But then now I have absolute zero faith in coincidence, now that the fucking guy who kicked me in the face just won tickets to Kerry King from me. Like, he kicked me in the face and I have given him a gift. What the hell? So yeah. You know what, Justine? You know what I watched was it's on Netflix, and it's been out for a minute, and it stars oh, hold on, it'll come back to me. It's just gonna take a second. From Game of Thrones. the oldest Stark son who dies early. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, that's your fault. Oh my God, why am I blanking? At any rate, Uriah Heep's bass player. You're really tempting me to make a joke here about about Uriah Heep's bass player, and I'm not going to because I don't want to be disrespectful, but also, I mean, you're Dimebag Darrell, or you're John Lennon, or you're the bass player for Uriah Heep. I mean, it sucks that they all died on the same day, but like one guy, we don't even know his name. I feel like we just leave that one out. We have limited space. We're definitely not putting it in the metal zone. Let's see. Where were we? We were looking for a Slipknot and a Pantera. That's what we were looking for. Okay. All right. There's your Pantera. And where's this a good slip? Oh, I don't think I've played this Slipknot for a minute. Did I tell you guys my Netflix hack? You know how Netflix won't let you share accounts? It turns out that all you have to do is start the Netflix account with your phone number and then a generic email address that you give to all your friends. And that way, whenever you're watching and it gives you you're not part of the household, you just click update household and then it says send a verification, and you have the choice of sending it via phone or via email. And everybody who's sharing your account just sends it to the email. And then you just give everybody that email and password, and everybody can log into that email and password that you created just for Netflix. You could be fucknetflix@gmail.com and everybody could log into that whenever they need it. Now, here's the hiccup is that if two people are watching Netflix at the same time in two different households, then at the end of every episode, you will have to do that again. You'll have to like log back in and verify. But whatever, because cheap Netflix. I'll be honest, Ollie, I do not have any Frozen Soul. I'll be even more honest, Ollie, I have never heard of Frozen Soul. Oof. It's like everybody got home from work and just started texting me. All right. Hold the phone. It's David Lee Roth on 107.7 The Phone. I'm Nikki Blakk, and you know that was my... Is that loud to the point where you guys can hear the music? Because I just realized I could get copyright hits. I hate that. I mean, of course, if you're going to jump from Van Halen, you're going to have to do it with a phenomenal guitar player. Oh, that was a hell of a pun, wasn't it? You're going to jump from Van Halen. My apologies. But still, I mean, it holds true. And now, our very own Joe Satriani, one of the preeminent guitar players in the Bay Area, has joined with Steve Vai, and Satch Vai are going to be doing some touring, not in the Bay, unfortunately, yet, but the Satch Vai project is happening. Okay. Dan, you never shared your password. No, I'm talking about like intentionally creating an email that is just for Netflix and just for sharing the password. So it's not like it's your personal email that you use for anything else. It's just a random email that you create specifically for Netflix. Be like share Netflix at gmail.com. And then, sorry, I'm getting like everybody texting me right now. So just do share Netflix 8675309 at gmail.com and then have the password be something that all of you know, like call Jenny. And that way you sign up for Netflix and everybody gives you like $2-3 a month and you're sharing the Netflix and they can verify it through this group email address that you've created. You know what? If you can't figure out how to do it from what I'm saying, it's not for you. And it's time to do a thing. You won't get Jenny, only her brother. Tommy Two-Tone was like a teacher, right? Oops, wrong one. Okay. All right. Okay. See, again, Kartik, the thing you're missing is that I don't like commemorating people's deaths. You know, I basically only do Dimebag and John Lennon because you kind of have to. I already don't like to. And for both of those guys, I didn't do it for years until like it kind of became disrespectful not to. But I'm not going to start commemorating other people's deaths on top of it all. Like it's just not my jam. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hang on. I got to finish this. Okay. That's done. Almost, actually. Hold on. Let me do this too. Work stuff. It's the Bay Area's own Metallica on the Rock of the Bay. I'm Nikki Blakk, and you know we are giving you 3 chances a day to win tickets to both Metallica shows all this week on the Rock of the Bay. All you have to do is be listening in the 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 3 p.m. hours for the cue to call. Be caller 10 when you hear it, and boom, you could be going to both Metallica shows, June 20th and June 22nd at Levi's Stadium. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, but it's more fun to win them, right? Okay. Oh, look at me being off time a little bit all of a sudden. Nope, that was on time. This one's off. Well, I guess we could do this one. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. I guess that's only 2. It's like 3 minutes. I don't have any 3-minute songs to stick in there, do I? I guess I can throw this 3-minute song up there. All right. I hate putting this one in, but here we are. Okay. I have to like visually check on the commercials for tomorrow, make sure they're happening so that I don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to happen, even though they should happen because I did the thing that makes them happen. It's just better to be like, oh, there they are. Hoot, there it is. All right. Cool. All right. What were we talking about? I was trying to get people to steal Netflix. Oh, did I get a Slipknot song? That's a good question. All right. Slipknot song is what we were looking for, right? Yeah. Oh, I did pick a Slipknot song. Good. Did I double check that I haven't played it lately? Okay, I think we're good. You guys can't hear the music? Thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. Oh, Justine, you can hear it? Okay. Jacob, what do I think about the Golden Globes being hosted by Nikki Glaser? She's the first female to be a Golden Globes host by herself. All Nikki's think alike, right? No. Being named Nikki has absolutely nothing to do with how you think. I'm a fan of Nikki Glaser. I think she's funny. As far as being the first female host, like what the hell took so long? Because wow. I mean, even Whoopi Goldberg hosted the Oscars. So cool. I mean, at this point, nobody's watching it. So really, it's just a SAG credit for her. It's a SAG credit and a paycheck. I mean, it's if she does a phenomenal job, it's a chance for her to distinguish herself, right? I mean, if she has like a great clip that goes viral, that's the thing, right? Now, everything that we all do is in the hopes that it will go viral because that's where the real publicity is. Hosting an awards show doesn't matter unless you do something that goes viral, which means you either did something really good or really bad. Johnny, everybody's glad to have Banger back at the Bone. Thanks, Johnny. I've been back for 2 years, though, so catch up. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it. It's awesome to be here. What happened was I posted an article from when I came back originally 2 years ago because it was my 2-year anniversary of returning to the station on December 5th. So I posted that article of like, hey, look, it's been 2 years. And then I was a little chagrined to find out how many people had no idea that I was back after 2 years. Like, wow. I really need to advertise this better somehow, right? Hey Philip, what's up? Ollie, you know what? For some reason, this will not let me click on links. But if you want to email it to me at nikkiblakk@gmail.com, NIKKIBLAKK @gmail.com, that would be cool. I will check it out then. Yeah, what happens is when I do this, whenever I click on a comment, all it does is like show your comment to everybody. And then I can take it down. That's it. I can't click on anything that's there. That's okay, Kartik. Don't worry about it. It's just my personal preference is to not talk about people who died or how they died or when they died, because people die every day. And next thing you know, it's like some people are elevated above others. And then there's this whole, it gets exhausting, you know? Jason, you're not big on Slipknot. You like Stone Sour better? You're wrong. No, sorry. I have a differing opinion on that one, bro. You were impressed that the members of Slipknot asked Corey to come up with a line and wrote a song around it? Oh, yeah. That's what creative people do. No, Justine, I was gone for 7 years, so everybody knew that I had left. I think in 7 years people figured out I wasn't there. But that's not entirely true, actually, because I think because people would hear Chasta's voice sometimes, they would think she was me, and people would be like, no, I just heard you on the Bone the other day. And I would be like, no, you didn't. That wasn't me. Also, Dana was on for a little bit, and they might have mistaken her. Hang on a second. Hi, it's the Bone.
Oh, I was calling for tickets. Oh, I must have misunderstood. I just got in the truck.
Oh, you must have heard me giving the instructions for how to win. Listen in the 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 3 p.m. hours for the queue to call.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
Good luck. Derek, I think I'm going to the Merkin show, but I'm not 100% sure. I definitely want to go, but I also wanted to go to both Death Angel shows, and I accidentally booked a flight on Saturday, so I can only go to the Friday Death Angel show, and they are now both sold out. So I'm basically going to turn up and see if somebody like wants to give me a ticket. Be like, hey, who's got a ticket? It'll happen. It happens every year. I swear to God, every year at this time, somebody is like, I can't go. Yeah, exactly, Dan. You know, other people we've lost. It's hard to talk about. Corey Taylor's most hated song is the Friday song by Rebecca Black, although she didn't write it. I don't know what that song is. Is that a pop song? Is that Pop Friday song that I couldn't sing if he paid me, but sounds vaguely familiar? Okay. It trended back in 2011. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is the song I'm vaguely thinking of, but can't remember. I think if I tried to remember it, I would suddenly be thinking of Call Me Maybe. That song gets in my head and won't go away. I have like a vague recollection of that Friday song existing, but 15 minutes, right? For pop music. Jacob, what are the chances of my brainchild, the Metal Zone, becoming the next biggest trend at 107.7 The Bone? 0, because first off, not my brainchild. My brainchild was Midnight Metal on KSJO. Metal Zone was the brainchild of Billy Steele. And when Billy quit working, and when Billy left the station in 2006, I took over the Metal Zone. I actually tried not to take over the Metal Zone because I was on in afternoons and I wanted the Metal Zone to be live. And the Metal Zone was, oh, thanks, Ollie. I just got your email. And the Metal Zone was Fridays from 9 to midnight at the time. And so there was going to be no way I was going to come in and work from 3 to 7 and then do whatever from 7 to 9 and then be back on air live from 9 to midnight on a Friday. Like, I had things to do, places to go. So what we were doing is we were trying to hire a new night jock to take over for Billy, and then that person would have taken over the Metal Zone, and that was Todd Pine, who was kind of like in the process of transitioning into that position. And again, RIP Todd Pine. But at the time, we were about to hire him when Cumulus took over from Susquehanna and killed like the whole night jock budget. And so we weren't able to hire somebody. And that's when Joe Rock became the night jock because he was already on payroll as the assistant to the program director. So he started doing nights, but then Joe Rock wasn't going to be like the metal guy. So that's when I agreed to do the Metal Zone, but it had to be pre-recorded. And then when I got bumped from afternoons to nights in 2011, then I was doing the show live anyway. So that's why some people remember me doing Metal Zone live and some people don't. Dan, I must never listen to the accursed song. I like a catchy pop tune now and then. You know, Call Me Maybe could be annoying, but it's also super catchy. And because I don't listen to pop music, I don't hear it all the time. So that whenever I do hear it, I'm like, oh my God, that's cute. Okay, cute. And then I move on. Wow, you guys were really scarred by Call Me Maybe, huh? What was that girl's name? Was that Carly Rae Jepsen? Or I don't know. Kartik, I think Todd Pine killed himself. If I remember correctly, it was carbon monoxide poisoning. But don't hold me to it. It was a long time ago. It happened probably within a year of us not being able to hire him. So it was like late 2006, early 2007, something like that. Oh, Dan, you're referring to Friday by Rebecca. Okay, well, pop songs are kind of interchangeable. Oh my God, it was Carly Rae Jepsen who did Call Me Maybe? Maybe I'm a fan and I just don't know it. Who is asking me this? So many texts in so little time. You know, no one texted me all day until I got on the live. And now it's like, what? Are you doing this? Is this happening? What's happening with this? Okay. Where was it? Now I can't even find it. There it is. Okay. Okay. You get numb hearing Call Me Maybe. Oh my God. You guys are so scarred by pop music that I can't even bring it up. We need to get you guys to like not be so susceptible to it. Anthrax, Bring the Noise. I think I played Anthrax last week. I only have an hour now, so I have to kind of forego some to add some. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't play Anthrax last week. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. Okay, I can do some Anthrax. I need a local band besides Death Angel because they got played last week. And besides Skin Lab because they got played last week. Let's see. And preferably somebody who's in Carrie King's band so that I can talk about that. But you know what? I don't think I've played Slayer for a couple of weeks, so done. Let's go Slayer instead. This is how programming works, you guys. All right. Ooh, yeah. I don't think I've played that one in forever. Sweet. Where am I at? 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I only got room for one more song, so let's see. I might need to move some things around here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I could maybe do some category 7. I have like one slot left, so I got to figure out who needs it most. Who's got a show coming up? As much as I want to promote Demel, the Merkins Christmas show is already sold out. So but also, and then the Death Angel shows are already sold out. So that leaves us with Forbidden. Yeah, I think I need to play. I think it's been a minute since I played anything from Forbidden anyway. Although technically Bo Staff has been in Forbidden, Exodus, and Testament, but Exodus just played, and so did Testament. And I played them a lot when those shows were coming up. And Forbidden hasn't had a show coming up, so I don't think I've played them for a minute. There we go. Metal Zone programmed. Done. Let me send this bad boy on down. Oh, thanks, Justine. I end every night with Satriani because there's always a little bit of like maybe time in between my last song and Gorman's first song. So we use Satriani as the buffer between. Hi, Jim. Hey, Michelle. Shark in the water. I don't have any shark in the water, Derek. But also, I was going to say, but I've played Arnold Core, so why not Shark in the Water? Did Motley Crue cover Smoking in the Boys' Room? Yes, but it's not a Ramones song. Although Smoking in the Boys' Room, being a Brownsville Station song, is on the Ramones Rock and Roll High School soundtrack. Is that what you're thinking about, Justine? Speaking of former jocks, do I ever keep in touch with Sloppy Joe? Aw, I haven't seen him forever. I think the last time I saw him, I ran into him at, I want to say at a Giants game. Might have been a Niners game. I remember running into him at a sporting event and just being like, dude, what? But yeah, he's good. Last I heard. Oh shit, hang on. Oh, come on. Okay, that officially means it is about time for me to wrap it up. Oh, guys, your Metal Zone requests are coming in too late. I have finished the show, but I appreciate it. I mean, I'll keep it in mind for next week because we do it every week. Yeah, Justine. It's like I said, it's an easy confusion because, like I said, the Brownsville Station song, "The Smoking in the Boys' Room," is like a prominent part of the Rock and Roll High School soundtrack, which features the Ramones. By the way, anybody who doesn't have the Rock and Roll High School soundtrack, the full soundtrack, with like Devo and Brownsville Station and I think Rick Derringer, and like there's a ton of great artists on that Rock and Roll High School soundtrack if you haven't gotten it. And then of course the Ramones had like the whole album. The Niners beat the Bears. I know, right? I'm kind of excited. I mean, I don't know what it means in the greater scheme of things, but I think it's kind of good that we got that infusion of win, especially going up against the Rams on Thursday. It's a short turnaround. They only get a few days between games for recovery. And also, I don't know what's going on in that locker room, but I think we needed the win. Actually, Justine, I think I do have Slow Ride. As a matter of fact, Justine, I do have Slow Ride coming up before the end of my shift. So you're welcome. Yeah, look for the soundtrack. I mean, it's probably out there somewhere. Okay, I need to send this email real quick. I literally have to stop myself and remind me what year it is. That's how you know you're old. When the years fly by so fast, you forget where they are. Is anybody ever on Twitch anymore? Like, part of me, like, wonders if I should even, like, bother with Twitch anymore. Because I think I could ditch Twitch and stream live on Instagram instead, but I'm not sure. That would require the time to look into it technologically. Kartik, nobody is really a Cowboys fan unless they grew up in Texas. And even then, not all of Texas. Oh, Michelle, you saw Jimi Hendrix? That is so amazing. Like, dude, you should have that on a t-shirt. If I saw Jimi Hendrix perform, I would have that on a t-shirt that I wore to like every show. I saw Hendrix live. You just uninstalled Instagram? Wow. Okay. I don't know if I felt like Instagram was getting complicated, but they have been making a lot of changes that have been making it less user friendly. Once you get used to it, though, it works. But it's up to you. The thing I like about Instagram is that it's not as much of the random posts from people I don't know. as I get on Facebook because Meta owns both of them, and Meta is just like advertising, advertising, advertising. So I'm just so inundated that I got to be honest, I'm really not paying attention to either. But I suppose it's easier to, like, I took Facebook off my phone entirely. I don't Facebook on my phone anymore because it's just all ads. And for a while, I could Facebook on my laptop, and they must not have had the program transferred. They must not have gotten the code written for it to also be chock full of ads on the browser. Because I used to just go on Facebook on my browser, and it would only be people I knew. There would still be a couple of ads, but it wouldn't be like, all those extra posts from people you've never met, just like interspersed with like 3 people that you know. But now it is. And so now it's like Facebook is really undesirable to me. I kind of only go on to Facebook and I post my shit, and then I talk to people on my page, and then I'm out. I don't even go to the feed anymore because my feed is chock full of people I've never heard of. And I'm like, who are these people? Why are they in my news feed? I don't know them. I did not sign up to follow them. It's like Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore either. So if you're waiting for me on Twitter, you're going to wait for a while unless somebody can convince me to be active on Twitter for whatever reason, because it's just, all of my Twitter notifications now, I used to get like 2 Twitter notifications a day that were actually for me. Now I get like a dozen Twitter notifications a day, and like 70% of them are some shit Elon Musk tweeted. And I could care less about Elon Musk because he's a crackhead billionaire who's destroying us globally. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Yeah, the Facebook Live works out really well. And I am on Facebook. Like if you're on my page, or if your feed manages to see my posts, then please interact with my posts as much as you can, because that's where I'm going to be. That's where all of our conversations are taking place, because I cannot scroll any Meta. I can't scroll Facebook anymore and see everything that everybody's doing. It's all people I've never heard of. It's super annoying. Oh, Justine, you might need to get the glasses out. I have that problem on Instagram too sometimes, where I'm like enlarging everything, and then I'm like, fuck it, just give me the glasses so I can see it. It might be more your eyes than the Instagram format. No, Michelle, don't spoil Yellowstone for me. I did not watch it last night. Last night I was I was trying to tell Justine what I binged on Netflix with the guy from Game of Thrones. Why can't I think of the name of it? Netflix series with Game of Thrones actor. Oh, it keeps saying 3 Body Problem, but that's not the one. Although 3 Body Problem is amazeballs. I totes loved it. Oh, I guess they only think of Kit Harington when they think of Game of Thrones. What's the older brother's name? My brain is just not functioning. Obviously I read every single one of those books. Rob Stark. Yeah. Okay. Rob Stark is played by, oh, for God's sake. Why is the internet making everything so hard to look up? There we go. Richard Madden. Okay. So Richard Madden Netflix series. Bodyguard. That's what it was called. And I remember I kept skimming it. Like I'd see it and then I'd be like, am I going to watch this? No. Am I going to watch this? Maybe. And then I never watched it. But in my head, I thought I had watched it. So then I stopped skimming it because I thought I'd already watched it, until yesterday when I looked at it and I was like, I do not remember how this ends. I don't think I've watched it. So then I did. What is happening here? Oh. Okay, so Justine, that was what I saw. It was called Bodyguard, and it stars like the hottie Rob Stark from Game of Thrones, and it actually was pretty good. There are some points where I was like, what? But then it had me guessing again. So it's a little bit whodunit, a lot of crime drama. I think it's only like 6 episodes. I watched it all in a day yesterday while I was like doing laundry and stuff, and it was good. Speaking of cowboys too, Michelle. I will try to watch Yellowstone tonight. I don't know how long I'll be able to stay awake. By the time I get out of here and then drive home and then make dinner and then eat dinner, I usually have like an hour of time to watch something, depending on how much I need to get done before I go to bed. And it's going to be a toss up between Yellowstone and Lioness. And I'll be honest, Yellowstone is really irritating me. Do you watch Lioness? Does anybody watch Lioness on is it on Paramount? It's on Paramount, right? At any point, I think Lioness is more entertaining at this point than Yellowstone, because Yellowstone, it really feels like the whole story, it feels like the director, the production, it feels like they've all just checked out. It's like all the actors, I feel bad because the actors clearly put in the full effort during filming, and then post filming, they decided to just chop it all up into garbage. So I'm just not as eager to watch Yellowstone as I was. The other reason I didn't watch it is because I think it comes on late on Sundays, and I record it on my DVR so that I can fast forward through the commercials, because fuck you, Paramount. I don't want to watch your stupid commercials. It's bad enough I have to watch the commercials for Lioness because it doesn't air someplace that I can DVR it, at least not that I've seen. Thanks, Jacob. Yeah, Twitter is awful. Hey, Marty, what do I think of Eddie Trunk, and have I ever met him or worked together over the years? Eddie Trunk and I met, a long time ago. I want to say we met at NAMM. I don't remember actually when we met, but Eddie and I have been working together on the Monsters of Rock cruise for the last 12, 15 years. So I guess I know him pretty well, and I think he's a great guy. I think he's misunderstood a lot. I think a lot of people are really unfairly bagging on him all the time. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why. I think people really expect a lot out of him, and he's got more patience than I would, dude, honestly. People are constantly coming up to him and insisting on having his full attention for something. And, the nonstop, let me stump the trunk, blah, blah kind of thing. And it's like, people just don't know how to behave anymore. You know what I mean? And then when they don't know how to behave and they get treated accordingly, they get mad. And they get mad at Eddie for speaking his mind, which, I mean, he's just doing what we're all doing. Oh, John, I did. But also, when you want to talk hypocrisy, and you want to stack up the hypocrisies of Biden versus Trump, like, Biden pardoned his son from some pretty minor charges, whereas Trump pardoned his co-conspirators. Like, don't get me fucking started, John. It's too late in the day. I got to tap out before we can get into this. Jason, you have readers now and you hate them? Woo. Okay. Oh, did I freeze for a second? Are you sure it wasn't me just going? I'm kidding. Right, Jason? Lioness is awesome. Zoe Saldana is Saldana. She rules. I super dig her. I feel like they need to give her more You know, it feels like they're phasing her character out for some reason right now. And I don't know what's going on with that, but I really like that show. It does get it gets a little preachy, but whatever. Zoe Saldana makes up for it. Kind of like Yellowstone is getting super preachy too, right? But Beth Dutton makes up for it, right? These strong female characters that he writes, kind of, because we don't get a lot of them, they like, I'll gloss over a lot of garbage to enjoy those characters, which I pretty much do. Yeah, Beth Dutton is like, makes that show. Yeah, well, they got rid of Kevin Costner, and here's the thing, right? There was nothing stopping them from making a deal with Kevin Costner to use his footage for that last season. He just was like, I'm out, I'm tapping out, I'm doing this big movie. And then his movie failed miserably. So like, okay. John, really? Are you kidding me? Regardless, you can't be calling someone a scumbag for doing something and then do the same thing. They all do that though. I mean, Trump has been calling Biden all kinds of names for years now. And then he's gone and done all these same things. So, like, again, dude, the hypocrisy stacks up, but it stacks up bigger on the Trump side. And it's never not gonna, because those are facts. So if you want to make that hit list and see where you think that the Trump hypocrisy is somehow not greater than the Biden hypocrisy on account of Biden pardoning his kid. I mean, the only thing that pisses me off about Biden pardoning his kid after Trump pardoned his co-conspirators is the timing. Like, that was dumb timing. He should have waited until he was like 1 foot out the door and done that shit on January 19th and been like, peace out, bitches. What? But whatever. Nobody ever said Biden was smart. They just said he wasn't Trump. That's the thing, right? You guys forget I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent. I love hating Democrats. I just don't feel like I'm allowed to anymore, because so many people are so stupid that they think that if I want to criticize a Democrat, it somehow elevates the Republicans, whereas the Republicans will always be the lowest of the low at this point. The Republicans have such a deep hole to dig themselves out of to not be lower than the Democrats that, Oh, you like Eddie's interviews? Thank you. Marty, have you checked out any of my interviews? I got hundreds of them on my YouTube page, right where you are right now. In fact, I have an interview that I was just telling everybody about earlier with Nico McBrain, who just retired from Iron Maiden. He is lovely. Hey, Justin. No, it just looks cold because I got my scarf like all up in here. And I have my scarf all up in here because when I noticed that when it was down, that the necklace made it too busy. So I was like, well, I'm going to cover up the necklace. It was like a fashion choice. So I decided to go like ascot style to like get my necklace out of view. That's where my thought process was. All right, guys, I got to tap out. Yeah, ironically, Justine, the president can pardon anybody he wants. Like that power is just super vague. I think it just has to be federal. I think it just has to be a federal charge. So, John, as much as I would like to enjoy that false equivalency of both parties being crap, I think that we can see very clearly that with each individual incident, one party is more crap than the other. And since we have a two-party system, we are always choosing between crap and crappier. And unfortunately, everybody chose crappier this time around. And I think that's very disappointing, which is why I'm always fighting the false equivalence that both parties are, insert term here. Both parties are a lot of things, but it's the differences that are most important. And I refuse to gloss over the differences by focusing on the similarities. There's a lot of laws that need to change. All right, guys. I do have to get going because I got to finish this up and I got a bunch of stuff I got to do around here before I leave. And John, if you want to argue politics, I'm more than happy to do it, but we got to do it earlier in the show because I got to go home soon. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks, Justine. Oh, and if you get a chance, try Bodyguard on Netflix. I think you'll like it. That was for Justine. I don't know if everybody will like it.